We will begin the press conference by Foreign Minister Motegi. Minister, please. This is the final press conference of the year. Thank you very much for your support for about the last 2 months. Do you have any questions? If you have a question, please raise your hand. When you are called upon, please approach the nearest microphone and please give us your name and affiliation before your question. Murakami-san from Hokkaido newspaper.
My name is Murakami from Hokkaido newspaper. Thank you. I understand Mr. Muneo Suzuki, member of the House of Councillors from LDP, is visiting Russia and is scheduled to meet with senior Russian officials for visits to Northern Territory's grave sites, for resumption of safe operations with Japan fishing vessels, etc. Now, we know that given there's this political dialogue between Japan and Russia remains extremely difficult with the invasion of Ukraine. But what significance would this visit to Russia at this time would have at this time? In addition, did you, Minister Motegi, convey any message to Mr. Suzuki? So yesterday, Mr. Suzuki did come, and I did see him. This was a personal visit, and so in regards to what we discussed, I would like to refrain from making particular comments. With that, Japan-Russia relations remain in a difficult situation. But then resumption of visits to the Northern Territory grave sites or any issues around fisheries, we are neighboring countries, and so there are many issues to be resolved as these neighboring countries. And so, as a government, we do believe there's a necessity to keep on having appropriate dialogue with Russia.
Next. Chiba-san from Jiji Press, please. Chiba from Jiji Press. Between Thailand and Cambodia, military clashes are flaring up again. On the 24th, ceasefire talks began, but fighting is still ongoing. And I believe Ministry of Foreign Affairs has increased advisory. How does government of Japan intend to approach these two countries? Since December, between Cambodia and Thailand, military clashes are once again spreading, and there are casualties, including civilians and displacement of people and damage to civilian facilities. And the damage is spreading, and we are deeply concerned about the situation. Currently, between the two countries, defense authorities are in consultations. The government of Japan strongly hopes that through such dialogues, ceasefire will surely be realized. Last week on the 18th, on the occasion of a visit to Japan by Thai Foreign Minister Tsihasak, I had a meeting with him, and I have directly raised this point with the foreign minister. Until yesterday, Mr. Namazu, Senior Deputy Minister, was dispatched to Cambodia to engage with senior officials of Cambodia Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation in a similar manner. Vis-à-vis both countries, the government of Japan will continue to engage in dialogues at various levels to call for peaceful resolution and will make efforts to reduce tensions.
IWJ Hamamoto-san, please. Good morning. This is Hamamoto from IWJ. Thank you. I'd like to ask about Japan's support for Ukraine. On December the 19th, President Zelensky posted on his X that under Prime Minister Takaichi, there's going to be approximately $6 billion additional financial assistance, and he said he was grateful for that. Now, we know that Japan's supplementary budget for fiscal year 2025 was enacted on December 16th, and with that, the 219th extraordinary session of Diet closed on December 17th. But if President Zelensky's statement is true, it would suggest that this decision on this additional assistance was made after the Diet session had concluded. And so, can you first of all explain the process, how this support was decided? And then also, at your press conference on December 9, you explained Japan's support for Ukraine in terms of 3 areas: humanitarian assistance, financial support, and recovery and reconstruction. And so, can you elaborate in particular Japan's efforts regarding this, including what has already been done, what kind of future support Japan is considering? So, on the 19th this month, there has been a G7 finance ministers meeting. And so, therefore, in this occasion, Japan stated our intent to support approximately $6 billion. As for the recovery, reconstruction support, we do focus on 3 areas. For example, reconstruction of utilities, including electricity, agriculture production recovery, industrial promotion, and democracy governance support. So these are the areas that really focus on, but Japan has been providing support on various fields. And so we'd like to align with the G7 countries. We'd also like to listen to what needs Ukraine would have, and would like to make sure we'd be able to keep on providing necessary support.
Would there be any other question? Itagaki-san from Asian News International, please. I am Itagaki from ANI Indian Press. Prime Minister Modi and President Trump have been at loggerheads, but there are some signs of improvement in relations. There were a telephone meeting between the two leaders, and Prime Minister Modi said that this was a fruitful meeting. And USTR and Indian government seem to be engaged in discussions. As soon as before the end of the year, agreement may be reached between the two countries according to some observation, but it seems that in the beginning of the new year, there may be meeting between the two leaders. Agreement may be reached, and agreement may be signed between the two leaders. Some have already been reported in the press. That is the observation regarding these developments. What is the view of the government of Japan? And to accelerate and expand such developments, will Japan intend to engage with the two countries? As for the first part of your question regarding factual circumstances, it's not about Japan, but between India and the United States. And it's about the future prospects. And you asked about opinion on the future prospect. We are not in a position to say whether it is right or it is correct or not correct. In any event, the United States and India are important partners to realize the free and open Indo-Pacific. And I believe that both the United States and India are aware of this, and inclusive of Quad framework. And since this is a very important framework for free and open Indo-Pacific, as soon as possible, we would like to approach these countries to have a meeting at the appropriate level as soon as possible. This is the end of the press conference. Thank you very much.